Thanks for stopping by, guys, and welcome to Stormworks. Now, this is going to be the first Stormworks video I've done in a very long time, and as a result, I do want to say I really haven't played much Stormworks. So, today we're going to be looking at a creation that I've built recently, but in saying so, this is not really a finished or really good creation. This is just pretty much what I've been able to make in the short time that I've been playing the game. So this, if you can't tell, is roughly based off the R3 concept, or R3 light armored car that the Italian military used. Now, with the weapons DLC that's supposed to be coming out in the near future, I wanted to get a head start on building some of my tank tech. So even though this does not have a functional gun, it does have other components such as a stabilized gun turret and other things. So, if we go ahead and hop up here, or use the handles to help me get up here. Come on. This is not working. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have this handle up here to help me with this because those are too low down. There we go. So, opening the hatch and hopping down in, we have a seat. Simple enough, comical enough. Viewport, buttons, yes. So if we press this, this will turn on the engine. You will notice the engine is revving pretty high. That is something I do want to fix. The engine is actually being controlled by a microcontroller, which I believe is that one down there. And essentially what it does is it controls the engine's throttle and the clutch to basically ensure that I don't accidentally stall the engine. In saying that, it might actually stall. Pressing this button will turn on the gun camera as well as some of the water pumps and stuff that are here for the sake of this is an amphibious vehicle. There's problems with that too. Also, I can't fill this with fuel. Also, yeah, this is like the third thing I've built in the game, and it's got problems. This button is for changing gears. This has 2 gears, and without any further ado, let's go ahead and start driving. And if we zoom out, one thing you will notice, like I said before, this is a stabilized gun turret. So as I turn, the gun will try and point wherever it needs to. And it stabilizes in 2 axes. And let's go ahead and head towards the dock. Let's turn on my second gear, pick up a bit more speed. And to be honest, 2 gears is enough for this, because once you're in second gear, you're fast enough that it's actually a bitch to control this thing. And okay, I'm gonna crash this thing. Let's let's turn that gear off and let's just go in first gear. So this is amphibious, so let's go ahead and dive off of here. And the water pump system is meant to... Oh yeah, that's kind of a problem. There we go. The water pump system is meant to not only clear the air intake for the engine, but it's meant to clear out any water that may actually be inside the vehicle, because the hatch above me is so low that it's not hard to get water in here, especially if there's waves of any sort. Like I said before, that's not a fully functioning system. I really need to fix that. But with us in the water, we do have a little hydrojet or water jet back here, which lets us just move around at a decent rate. One thing to note is you cannot do that with second gear enabled. You will stall out the engine. I think there's a bunch of these things floating over here from my testing. Oh no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are R3s without... You can just see the graveyard of these things that I was prototyping. Oh, that's glorious. You can see the 2 that are actually floating, and all the rest were... Yeah. So, while this is enough to get over rivers and lakes, and you could, in theory, cross oceans, possibly, wouldn't highly recommend it. So let's actually head back towards land, because I want to get up on land. One thing to note, while it is in amphibious mode, it has no reverse gear. This is not really a major problem, because this thing can kind of turn on a dime. So reverse gear is not a major issue. You can just sit here and spin. Let's stop doing that. I'm getting motion sick. Uh, but while we are traveling, I can also notice or mention the gun. Like I said, it is stabilized and it is controlled with the arrow keys. This is one of those things that, while functional again, still needs a lot of work. But once we actually get up on land, I can give a little bit better demonstration of that. There is one other vehicle I have that has the stabilized gun as well. One of the next things I really need to do with them is to make it so that the zoom level of the camera affects the rotation rate of the turret. Because right now, while it's in this far back zoom, it rotates at a relatively decent speed for aiming, but once you actually zoom in at full zoom of these cameras, you start encountering issues where you can't aim at a target well enough because just the rotation of the turret's too fast for that. Now then, even though it sounds like the engine's about to die, this thing actually does a pretty decent job at traversing terrain. Let's see if we can actually get up this. I doubt it. But that slope there at the front of the vehicle also does help quite a bit when getting in and out of the water. I don't exactly have a good place to demo it here, but I might hop over to a different hangar to show off this vehicle getting in and out of the water. Because that is honestly one of the biggest features of this, is the fact that it is meant to be an amphibious armored vehicle. So here we are at a new location, and since this is a amphibious vehicle, you can spawn it at the docks as well as in the hangars. So, hopping on over, open the hatch, and hop down in. Power on engine, power on systems, stay in first gear, and like I said before, that's one of the issues is, can't turn the engine off, by the way. Once you turn it on, it's completely controlled by that microcontroller, and there's at the moment no way to turn it off. But we can kind of putt around here, and even something like this where you have that really bad angle, you can actually get up out of the water with this vehicle. So that front slope will hit and bounce up, and there we go. The suspension's a little bit bouncy, but it is functional. There we go. I love every time you accelerate in the water, it sounds like the engine's about to die. But thanks to our little microcontroller that we're using, it won't allow it to die. Ooh. Spun around real quick there. See if we can find somewhere really extreme to try and get up out of this. And, well, that's about it. So, let's go ahead and hit it into second gear. Let's get over to an open area. And I kind of want to show the camera perspective of the stabilizer. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Second gear is really, really difficult to control. So while it is good for just being fast, if you try and steer, you will go sideways quickly. And actually, that's kind of the reason I really haven't put much effort into gearboxes. I have built a truck with a 4-speed gearbox, I think. However, with this just having a 2-speed and it already being not only powerful enough to climb steep slopes, but also fast enough that you can't control it, I think this is a good alternative. So, let's go ahead and look at camera. Let's point the camera forward. Give you an idea of what it looks like to just stare at through the camera. Now, if we were at full zoom, you would very much notice the shortcomings of the stabilizer much faster. But, okay. And I think we've broken the stabilizer. Stabilizer does not like the fact that we are upside down currently. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. That's a problem. Okay. The stabilizer not only messed us up, but it fixed us? Question mark. I think it also mildly damaged the camera that's there. Now I'm getting a slightly staticky video feed. Oh, and I tried to accelerate once. Well, that's one way to turn the engine off. Accelerate in second gear. That's one way to turn the engine off, I guess. So yeah, this is my somewhat early attempt at building an armored vehicle with stabilized guns and all the fun little added bits, such as being amphibious and all. So, without me rambling on for too much, oh shit. Mountain climbing in second gear, not a good idea. Okay. So without any further ado, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here before I start rambling on for too much longer. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like. Any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. Enjoy the channel, enjoy what I'm doing, please subscribe, it helps out a lot. And right now, shares help the channel the most, so if you do want to help the channel, please share this episode with a friend. I do want to also thank Captain Bob for being a member over on the channel and supporting me in that way. So, without any further ado, thanks for stopping by, thanks for sticking around, and until next time, peace. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are R3s without... You can just see the graveyard of these things that I was prototyping. Oh, that's glorious.